The Love and Deepspace situation has, I think, hit its climax. They're either going to go up or down from here. Up, maybe they'll recover to some extent. Down, cancellation. Who knows? Over on our subreddit, there was a thread made by one of our regular stream viewers. Here's a post from X about lads. I don't know how trustworthy it is, though. This has been reposted. This has been translated by hundreds, thousands of different accounts. Now, we're going to take a look at that in a minute, but before that, I do want to point out and highlight this specifically. The red dots here mean love, and the black dots mean hate, which you can see right here. These are typically held, like, I think every year. I don't remember what convention it's at, Billy World maybe. Love and Deepspace is not only fully black, but someone even put a ceiling talisman over it. Genshin Impact next to it with fully red and a heart shape over Paimon. I don't know if that means that they don't like Paimon, which is why you can see that there was a love heart that was making her visible, or if they have a love heart around her because they love her. I don't know. But either way, you can see here, they are not happy. They are not happy at all. You can actually see on the board where winds meet, I believe, is over on the left. It looks like there's a lot of black icons on the where winds meet section, which means that there are plenty of people that don't like or are upset with where winds meet. Arknight seems to be pretty even and balanced. I can't see what this one over on the left in the middle is. Wuwa has barely any. Honkai Star Rail has a lot of red. It looks like oh god, Solo Leveling, Arise has a fairly large amount of red. Infinity Nikki has, some red. Patanor has some red. I don't know what all the other games are that are included here. I don't recognize the one over to the right, and I don't recognize the one with the little girl face, but it's actually very, very amusing. Beyond that, though, this is a very important step for the Valko story. Sina has now analyzed the Love and Deepspace incident in light of China's latest internet content regulation policies. In its report, it says that if coordinated campaigns created outrage, mass reporting, content duplication, and cyberbullying drown out genuine fan sentiment, then companies may be forced into making decisions that they can't backtrack from, which could even lead to cancellations of projects that are all set to go ahead. It also says that platforms should base their decisions on facts and data, not on which side is the biggest campaign online. So whether this will make any difference at all, we still don't know, but this is one of the most explicit mainstream recognitions yet that the Valko story needs more investigation. It is an industry analysis and commentary discussing how game developers, online platforms, and regulators should navigate public controversies, online discourse, and competitive practices. Using the recent controversy with lads as a case study, the article argues for shifting the gaming market away from toxic traffic competition, such as rage-baiting smear campaigns and online flame wars, towards value competition, content quality, technical innovation, and stable service. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you, that is not gonna go over well with gacha fans or gacha players. Then the Reddit thread in specific, a news article about lad situation was published today on Sina, one of the biggest news platforms in China. But here's what you need to know about the source. The original publisher is Dianzai.net, a financial news portal, and the author is tagged as whatever this is, which means a commercial or sponsored content. The same situation as the previous articles on Tencent News and iPhone. So this is paid content published on a major platform. It is not independent editorial journalism from Sina. So what we're seeing over here then is, I guess, sponsored content from Infold or Paper Game. I'm not entirely sure. I don't know the legitimacy of all of this. I just know that these are getting like thousands, tens of thousands of likes, hundreds of thousands, millions of views. Like it's absolutely blowing up right now. That doesn't mean the information is wrong, but you deserve full transparency about how it got there. I translated the full article into English and Spanish. So one player compiled evidence documenting coordinated posting patterns from June 29th to July 1st have been submitted to authorities for review. That's the fact that gacha games are now making like such large waves and they are actually bringing in authorities to investigate situations like this absolutely blows my mind. 2, a related party has filed a lawsuit over public statements connected to the incident. The court has already accepted the case. There's no trial date yet. 3, Paper Games have publicly stated that there are fabricated screenshots and accounts organizedly fabricating and spreading false information. I guess that is where this comes into play concerning content duplication, mass reporting, coordinated campaigns, created outrage, cyberbullying. So they are claiming here that there are coordinated hate campaigns specifically against Love and Deepspace. And I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I don't put it past people to do that. It has happened with a specific audience and Wuthering Waves. It has happened in the past with like the PlayStation versus Xbox. I mean, it happened with Genshin and Breath of the Wild. Like, this is not uncommon. I wish it were uncommon, but it's not. It's actually a lot more common than you might think. People love a game so much so they make this game their very identity. And then whenever any game opposes it, or whenever the introduction of a character, as an example with Valko or something, might potentially pose a threat or have a detrimental effect on their character or their game, then they lash out. They do everything they can to try and minimize the quote-unquote damage done. It's just, oh my god. Yo, I don't mean to interrupt the video, but I need to take a moment here to thank all my incredible patrons over on Patreon whose support continues to allow for me to do regular videos like this every single day on this channel. Thank y'all so much, including our YouTube channel members. You guys mean the world to me. So do you guys as viewers as well. Now, without further ado, let's continue. Number 4, the Tinlong campaign launched in May 2026 specifically targets paid traffic boosting. So, I mean, I don't know if that means like artificial inflation of traffic, or if it means paid traffic boosting through means like advertising. Internet water armies, I don't know what that means. And inciting consumer group opposition during product launches. So consumer group opposition. What that means is that what I'm assuming here, there are other companies and other games that are also otome that are trying to take advantage of the situation. These are companies, studios, and games that are trying to take advantage of the discourse that is going on. And I mean, it seems to work. Have you seen, what was it, Silent Whispers? Yeah, they gained like hundreds of thousands of followers and got an incredible boost in popularity from all this drama. I even had some people telling me that this was actually fabricated and was a targeted attack from other otome companies to try and thwart the success of lads and try to hinder it moving forward so they could take like a piece of the pie. 5, a new regulation taking effect September 1st will formally prohibit fabricating narratives, inciting group opposition, fake traffic, and organized service. So they are claiming fake traffic. It is not traffic boosting, paid traffic boosting. It is in fact fake traffic. So they're artificially inflating their traffic for whatever reason. I don't know if it means like views on social media or, you know, somewhere else, but they're going to formally prohibit fabricating narratives. That's good, but that is apparently happening too often, inciting group opposition, fake traffic, and organized cyberbullying. When a project near launch is canceled, the cost spreads across the entire production chain: planning, art, programming, voice acting, localization, and marketing. The article argues this also leads to corporate self-censorship that kills innovation. So, like, damn, not only, like, wow, yeah, this is a lot to unpackage. They are being targeted, or at the very least are claiming they are being targeted, that there are accounts, that there are organizations, opposition, that are attempting to organize the fabrication and the spread of misinformation specifically targeted to Infold, Paper Games, and Love and Deepspace. That there is fake traffic being, I don't know, funneled towards or away from it. They are boosting their social signals. There are internet wars happening. There is the inciting of consumer group opposition, and that other organizations are trying to take advantage of this for their own means. There is a lot of cyberbullying going on. This is organized cyberbullying. Unreal. And then there's this, which I actually reacted to this on stream. It was just the other day, but essentially what happened, to add icing to the cake, there are conventions going around in China, and females are a little upsetty spaghetti with certain people dressing as certain characters. So like in this instance, the rapper 9-1 fan slammed the rapper for failing to use proper tags on a Love and Deepspace post, accusing her of treating the community's rules as a nuisance. This is someone that accidentally forgot to hashtag something, so they lashed out at her. And then over here, the actor Zhou Junwei, fans demanded an apology after Zhou said Xavier was his favorite Love and Deepspace character, accusing him of clout chasing and identifying with the characters, which is wild, because like if I say as an example, Xavier is my favorite character, I don't know anything about him, but apparently that means that I'm clout chasing and identifying with the characters. Female Rover is my favorite main character in, you know, any of the gacha games that I've played, but that also means now I'm clout chasing and that I identify with the female main character. Like, sure, I would love to have big boob, I'd love to have great thighs like her and a killer body, but at the end of the day, this is just the absolute weirdest take that I've probably seen all week. Now, moving on from there, the conventions themselves are beginning to bar certain inclusions of character cosplay. There are crazy psychos that were harassing cosplayers that were dressing as certain characters from certain games, and it's also gone as far as to actually end up getting banned entirely from the conventions in question. Our decision is as follows: from tomorrow onwards, all future TCW conventions, male cosplayers dressed as Ultimate Game characters are strictly prohibited from entering. If any male cosplayers are found to be cosplaying male Ultimate Game characters in the future, we'll immediately remove them from the event and strengthen the training of ticket checkers. Thank you for your understanding. So they're literally being barred entry just because you're dressing as a male otome husbando, and these psychos cannot discern the difference between the character that they like and the character that someone else likes. So because of this, nobody gets anything. Nobody gets to have fun. Nobody gets to enjoy it. And you know what? That's actually hilarious, because it's due to these people that this shit is happening. So it serves them all right. But at the end of the day, like, this is all just really, really terrible. It's gotten so unbelievably bad. The government's been involved. It's being forwarded to the authorities. There are hate campaigns, coordinated campaigns. There is fabricated narratives being presented. Other organizations and groups profiting off of each other, fake traffic being spread around, group opposition. Like, I just want to be completely open with you guys right now. This is a fucking video game. What are you doing? I know you think that you just hit the end of the video, and technically, yeah, you have. And I know your first reaction is to close out of it at this juncture, but don't. No, instead, I urge you to take a moment here and click one of the videos on screen that are coming up in just a moment, so you remain up to date with everything going on in the gacha genre. Trust me, you're not going to regret doing so. Stay flaccid.